Hello everyone. Today we will be deep diving into the topic of embracing selfless actions with the wisdom of Bhagavad Gita. So, somewhere in the heart of the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna imparts profound wisdom that transcends time and resonates with the essence of human existence. One such gem can be found in chapter 2, verse 47, where Krishna addresses Arjuna with the timeless guidance. Karmanye vadhikaraste Ma Phaleshu Kadachana. Ma Karmaphalaheturbhurma te Sangostvakarmani. Forgive me if my pronunciation wasn't accurate enough, but let's move forward in order to understand this verse. Let's unravel the profound meaning of this verse. This verse teaches the importance of righteous actions and the philosophy of detachment. Lord Krishna, in these words, is guiding Arjuna to focus on performing his duties without attachment to the results, with subtle emphasis on the importance of selfless action. Karmanye vadhikaraste translates to you have a right to perform your prescribed duties. जो भी तुम्हारा कर्तव्य है उसे पूरा करना तुम्हारा धर्म है. Lord Krishna encourages Arjuna to fulfill his duties diligently, recognizing that he has control over his actions. Ma Phaleshu Kadachana means, but you are not entitled to the fruits of your actions. लेकिन अपने कर्तव्य से हासिल हुए फल के हकदार तुम नहीं हो. Here, Krishna advises Arjuna not to be attached to the outcomes of his actions. Instead, the focus should be on performing the duties with dedication and sincerity, without giving any thought to the outcome and leaving the results to the universe. Easier said than done, right? We often get stuck in this loop of life wherein our primary or fundamental expectations after accomplishment of a task is to seek the desired outcome of the task that we have completed. Something similar to reinforcement learning in machine learning, which is a subset of AI. Ma Karmaphalaheturbhurma te Sangostvakarmani translates to let not the fruit of action be the motive, nor let your attachment be to inaction. This part of the verse reinforces the idea that the desire for specific outcomes should not drive one's actions. At the same time, Sri Krishna advises against abstaining from action due to fear or indecision. To illustrate, let's consider the example of a student preparing for exams. The student's duty is to study diligently, focusing on understanding the subjects and mastering the content without giving any attention towards the exam or the result. The student should know that he or she cannot control the outcome of the exam, whatsoever it may be, whether they will receive good grades or not. Lord Krishna's guidance here is akin to advising the students to focus on the process of learning, dedicating themselves to the task at hand without being overly fixated on the grades they might achieve. But in today's day and age, we have successfully converted examinations into a mode for competition and a means for comparison, knowing fully that it is not the grades that define the person's understanding, but the knowledge that the student has gained while preparing for the exam. And to be honest, it's not the student's fault, it's the fault of our society and civilization that has created this unfair means to justify the knowledge a student carries after a certain semester. This entire process becomes transactional and limited, if you can understand what I mean. If not, then let me explain using my academics as an example. I have always been on the result-oriented end during my school days, and that highly affected my knowledge gaining process. But during my college days, I completely blew the competition aspect and realized that without understanding the basics, without completely understanding the concepts, the process of studying is futile. And this minor change influenced my grades and skyrocketed them in ways I could not have expected. It's how Amir Khan said in Three Idiots.
किसी महापुरुष ने कहा है कि कामयाब होने के लिए नहीं, काबिल होने के लिए पढ़ो. सक्सेस के पीछे मत भागो. एक्सेलेंस का पीछा करो. सक्सेस झक मार के तुम्हारे पीछे आएगी.
So there are two things to understand here. One, do what you're supposed to do without thinking about the outcome or the result. Two, do it with full consciousness so as to achieve something beyond the expected array of outcomes. Let's consider a second example from a professional POV. A dedicated employee working on a project. The employee's duty is just to contribute their skills and efforts to the best of their ability. जितना वो employee से होता है उतना काम उसे करना है. However, the ultimate success of the project may depend on various factors beyond that employee's control. ये सोचना कि मैं अपना काम शिद्दत से करूंगा तो मैं अपने बॉस मैनेजर एचआर के गुड बुक्स में आ जाऊंगा एंड देन आई विल गेट प्रमोटेड एंड देयर विल बी सैलरी हाइक एवरीथिंग विल हैपन सो स्मूथली एवरीवन अराउंड मी विल बी हैप्पी एंड दैट इज द ट्रैप दैट श्री कृष्णा डजंट वांट यू टू फॉल इन. योर ड्यूटी एज एन एम्प्लॉय नीड्स टू बी फुलफिल्ड विद utmost dedication, but whatever happens next is beyond your mind's thinking capacity. So stop carrying that umbrella of expectations. Now let's talk about the relevance in daily life. When you stop carrying that baggage of expectations, you can approach your responsibilities with a sense of duty and commitment. Whether in your career, relationship, or personal pursuits, focusing on the process of action while letting go of excessive attachment to outcomes and unrealistic expectations can lead to a more balanced and fulfilling life. I know it is easy to say this, but I guess it's worth a try. So today, take a step forward to discard the baggage of expectations and attachment towards outcome and result. Embrace selfless actions in the pursuit of your duties. Navigate through the complexities of life with a sense of purpose, detachment and inner peace. और अगर ये सब नहीं समझा तो सिंपल मैं बताता हूँ, कर्म करते जा और फल की चिंता मत कर. God is watching and everything will eventually fall into the right place for you.